What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Planners and Wine. My name is Meg.
And I am Myra. Welcome back to yet another week.
Yes, we are back, and it is just me and Myra in the building today. Our Patreon crew will be joining us for our live episode later on this month. And if you want to join in on the fun, make sure you check out our Patreon and Discord community. They are so much fun.
Yes, join the Patreon here, and we have a really good time. Love our Discord.
Yes.
Support Black businesses 365 and keep DEI alive.
Yes, not just during Black History Month, not just during Women's History Month, but 365. And speaking of Black History Month, it has come and gone. It definitely was not as long as the January that would never, ever end. But overall, I think it was a pretty amazing Black History Month. We had a few wins. What do you think, Myra?
Yeah, I think overall, a lot of distractions from what this administration is trying to do.
Truly,
but
yes.
Great Super Bowl, great Grammys, great halftime show at the Super Bowl too.
Yes.
What else happened in February?
Who knows?
It started out with a bang, though.
It was really,
like
it felt amazing. It felt amazing to watch the Eagles win, and then to watch Beyonce win, and then to watch Kendrick Lamar win. I mean, because he won at the Grammys too, not just at the Super Bowl. So yeah, like it was good. And I'm sure there's some other stuff, but y'all, after we record, it's like everything we talked about is just gone. So if you want to know what we felt about all the things that happened in February, just go back to those episodes. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. A lot of great things. And I feel like a lot of Planners and Wine episodes in February too.
Yes.
So for it to be such a short month, but yeah, lots of good things. Oh, and Doechii is now the third or fourth woman to get Blessed Rap Album.
Yeah, I think third. I think it was Lauryn Hill, Cardi B, and then Doechii, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, good.
Yeah, and then she won Best New Artist, which was amazing. So much winning. I love that for us.
Best New Rap Artist, right?
No, Best Artist. Just Best Artist, period.
I thought Sabrina got that.
No, she got Best Pop Album.
Oh. I know who didn't get no.
You know what? We're not even gonna go there because that's just Black History Month. That's what we get. Okay, exactly. But yeah, besides that, Myra, how have the past couple of weeks for you been?
It's been great. We are recording on the day that we lose our hour, and I swear this is the first time ever that I've been extremely excited to lose that hour. I am so ready to get back to having daylight.
Me too.
I work quote unquote late. I get off at 6. So it sucks when you get off and it's pitch black, and I don't drive in the dark, so can't really go anywhere. So I am really looking forward to it, and then also potentially being able to get off a little bit earlier, still in the works on that. But I just need the sunlight. I need to be outside. I need to work out outside.
I feel the exact same way. Yeah, this is definitely the first year probably in a while or ever, honestly, that I have been like, go on, take that hour, because this winter, especially being in a state like Tennessee where you can have all 4 seasons in one day, I'm just so sick of it. Just bring on the sun. I'm so ready for the nice warm weather. I just can't wait. So yeah, that's a sign of warmth incoming. So I'm happy.
Yeah. And a lot to look forward to this summer and everything. So just getting closer to that. And spring break is next week. So excited to have some sun and do some things with the little. But
exactly. Yeah. Mason's spring break is this week. So we're gonna be hanging out, and I didn't take off work, but I'll be working from home for most of the week. So I'll still be able to hang out and do some stuff with her. So yeah. Definitely could not have come soon enough, because sometimes you just need a break. And the spring is the spring semester at school seems very long, and there really are not a ton of breaks. Like after spring break, I think there's like maybe like one more day out of school for like Good Friday, and then that's it. You just run into the finish line at that point. So
yeah, I don't know if like the school district in our area was just like we can't with this long spring. I swear they had a day off every single week in February, a day or two off every single week. And it's the same in March. So I don't know how they manage that, but they're like, we need a break. The spring is long, so we building it in this school year.
Period. I'm sure the teachers appreciate it. Shout out to them for sure, for sure. Alrighty, before we get back into the episode, we have to talk about our friends over at Plum Paper. They are sponsoring today's episode. And make sure if you're in a little planning rut, it's a perfect time to go check out Plum Paper. I'm kind of in a planning rut, and we'll talk about it a little bit later. And I think I need to take my own advice and hop on the Plum Paper website and see what they're talking about.
Yeah, I mean, there's just so many options, and I love that you can just hop in whenever. So if you order today, you can start with an April start. Usually with planners, you either get a calendar year or the academic year. So having the ability to kind of hop in when you are in the planner rut, or when you just decide to be a planner girl, is like a huge perk that you can't really get anywhere else.
Absolutely. And I mean, the customization over at Plum Paper is absolutely endless. Like Myra said, you can pick your start month. You can pick the day of the week that you want, whether you're a Sunday start or a Monday start. I know that causes lots of controversy, but Plum Paper has everybody covered, because you can literally get it customized however you want. You can add in your own personal dates, holidays, and there's just so many more options. Like you can literally select the size of planner you want, the length that you want, the binding, the cover. I could go on and on. Literally, I did not cover everything.
Yeah, absolutely not. One thing I would love to see in the future, not be building in my suggestions, but
go ahead,
wacky holidays. Have that be an option, because they have, like, if you're in Canada, they have the Canada ones. I think they have Mexico too, like, and then also of course US, like, holidays. But like, I think it would be really cool to have those wacky holidays like in there if it was an option to just click on it. I mean, obviously,
fantastic idea.
You can go through and put them in yourself, because it's that custom. But I would love to see, like, maybe
just a button
in the future,
that you can press. That is a fantastic idea. Plum Paper, if you're listening, go ahead and add that to the list of ideas. They also have over 50 layouts for you to choose from. So many add-ons, whether it's home, work, school, or hobbies. Plum Paper has got you covered. I love adding the coloring pages to my Plum Paper planner. It gives you a nice little thing to do if you're bored in a meeting at work or anything like that. Or if you just love to color, they got you covered. So yeah, definitely check out Plum Paper, guys.
Absolutely.
Alrighty, so I guess we can go ahead and get into the episode. First thing we gotta talk about is the Oscars, because this is probably, I don't know why I've been in such an award show mode lately, or maybe just my attention span is coming back. Maybe it's not award shows, maybe it's just my attention span is being fixed, because I watched the entire Super Bowl, I watched the entire Grammys, and I watched the entire Oscars. I don't think I've ever done that, especially not all three in one year. So shout out to my attention span. We back. Okay.
I think typically I'm not really into those, but I feel like everything I had a vengeance, so it allowed me to continue to watch it.
For sure.
Also, I didn't completely watch the Oscars, so maybe I'll take that back. But for the Grammys, it was actually good. It hasn't been really that good in the past few years. Like it was entertaining to watch. So yeah, maybe that was it. But yeah, for the Oscars, I'm not really big into, like, movies and stuff. So but I love music. The sports parts was just to beat Trump, but
period.
I'm always into that. Yeah.
Like our voodoo dolls for the whole Chiefs team worked out. So yay. But going back to the Oscars, really it was Wicked. My obsession with Wicked is what made me tune into the Oscars, and especially knowing that Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo were going to open the Oscars with some type of song medley. Girl, I was in. I was locked in. I had to check it out. It was so amazing. I love that they didn't even do all Wicked songs. They just did one Wicked song, and then they did a song from The Wizard of Oz, and they did a song from The Wiz. I just loved that tie-in of all the Wizard of Oz universe like that. It was just so amazing, so beautiful, and they absolutely killed it. I've watched that over and over again, and I get chills every time I watch it. It's so good.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that. I love that they took for all three. It's funny because Drag Race actually had their musical episode, and it was all of the Wizard of Oz, so The Wiz and Wicked. Yeah. So it was kind of cool that that kind of tied in like unexpectedly like that, but
absolutely
they're gonna kill it every time. I just like honestly their duo is just kind of like a match made in heaven.
No, literally.
And it just works. I love seeing Ari just kind of be so, you know, a girl's girl and just so proud seeing Cynthia sing and everything.
Oh yeah, that's her bestie. That's her boo.
Yeah.
Like their relationship is so like genuine. You can just tell. Like they genuinely love each other. No, you cannot. You cannot.
Yeah.
I mean, even I remember during like before Wicked came out, when they were doing like all the premieres and stuff, they were crying on the red carpet. I was absolutely one of those people that's like, what is wrong with them? Did this movie like traumatize them? Like, why
trauma bonded together?
Yeah, like I did because you know, it was before I was even into Wicked. I was just so like, what is going on? But then obviously seeing the movie changed that perspective immediately. I literally told Dallas the other day we were listening to the soundtrack in the car, and I was like, I can't believe I just spent like 20 years of my life not knowing that this music existed, and I love it so much. And he was like, well, Cynthia Erivo wasn't singing it for the past 20 years. And I said, that's what it is. You're right. Or Ariana Grande clock it. And no shade to the other people who have performed it, but they just do something to me. They just do something to me. I just love them. Yeah. Oh my god.
I also think Wicked just speaks to what's going on in the world right now. I mean, I feel like you can apply it to any, you know, time period in American history, honestly, but it just it hits different right about now. So I think that's why I'm so in love with it.
Totally agree. And even as much as I love Wicked, I really did go into this Oscars with very low expectations because I just know from history that like the Oscars are not a big fan of like big blockbuster films that are really successful in the box office. I mean, there have been exceptions, but just in general, those movies just don't tend to do it. And then like unlike with the Grammys, like there were a lot of other like movie awards leading up to the Oscars, and they didn't win. I mean, Wicked won a few here and there, but they didn't win any for like acting, which is a shame. But I feel like that kind of set the stage to show that like more than likely they're not going to win these Oscars. So I didn't have that like Oscar disappointment. I was kind of grateful to go in, not like totally expecting them to win. It would have been a pleasant surprise, but I had no faith in the Oscars, and in general, I don't have faith in award shows because they don't play with my faves too much. All of them. So
yeah, I feel like that's another thing with the Oscars for me. Like they kind of award those you know, Oscar bait movies.
Oscar bait.
And usually those aren't my type of movies anyway. So I never really that's why Oscars don't really do it for me. But yeah.
Because honestly, I'll be honest, like I love movies so much, but for me, it's not super deep. Like if a movie is too deep, it's gonna turn me off. I like to be entertained with my films. You know what I'm saying? Like like every once in a while I can do something like very deep and meaningful, but for in general, I really want to be entertained when I'm watching a movie. And like you said, like those are just not always most of the time those are not the Oscar winning films or whatever. So, but I was, and honestly, the Oscars was not nearly as fun to watch or entertaining as the Grammys was. There were a lot of very cringe moments at this Oscars. There were some really good moments. There were some really cringe moments. I don't know if you saw the man who won Best Actor, Adrian Brody, his acceptance speech that was like 5 minutes long, and he told them to cut off the music just to not talk about shit for another minute and a half. That was bad.
Who?
Adrian. Exactly.
What is he
exactly.
on?
Exactly. The movie that is no movies that are. I don't think I've ever seen a film that he was in. I'm gonna be honest.
Okay.
The movie that he won was called The Brutalist. I did not go out of my way to watch that movie. From what I've heard from people, is that the movie was just as long and boring as his speech was. So,
okay,
it makes sense then. The math is mathing, I guess. But yeah, he was extremely obnoxious with his acceptance speech. And it was really frustrating to see that, like, in real time, like, all Oscars are not created equal, because the guy who won for best, sound engineering or whatever, they cut him off after like 45 seconds, started playing the music. Whereas you let Adrian Brody get up there and talk for 5 minutes, and he tells y'all to turn the music off, and y'all do it. All because of what award he won. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of like politicky stuff like that. I thought it was very weird that, like, in their little in memoriam section where they talk about people who have passed, they didn't show Michelle Trachtenberg, who had just passed away, freaking Harriet the Spy. Like, I just thought that was just so tacky. Like, y'all to have like an extra second to throw her picture in, like she's an actress. Like, what?
They said this reel was already made.
They said it was our, but here's the gap though. Somebody else, I think his name is Gene Hackman. He's like, a legendary actor or whatever.
Yeah.
He had just passed away like that week too, and he was in it. So if they wanted to change it, they could. Is what my point is. Not to say that they're of equal importance to Hollywood. I don't really know about all that behind the scenes, but I'm just like, she had literally just died. Like, come on.
Also, what was the music like? That music behind the people that were passed away, was it given memorial?
It was not given memorial. It was not given. And I remember thinking that when it was playing, I'm like, this is a choice.
Mm-hmm.
This is definitely a choice. But actually, okay, so I started watching a couple of the other Oscar winners. So I had started watching this movie called Honora earlier that day, and I had to turn it off when the Oscars came on, and then I finished it later. I really enjoyed that movie, and that's the one that ended up winning Best Actress, Best Picture, Best Director. Like, they really swept. Like, I can't speak for who deserved it, who didn't, because I'm not looking at movies that way. I'm entertained. It entertained me. I laughed out loud at a couple parts. It had some really like meaningful, like emotional parts. It was extremely spicy. And I really loved it. So I was not mad when that movie won anything, because like I said, I didn't expect Wicked to win because of the other award shows. And I had just watched that movie and really liked it. So I wasn't mad.
Honestly, it kind of goes back to the Grammys thing. I think a lot of people just want their fave. Yes. They have never listened to or watched, in the Oscar case, the other movies that were nominated and won. Yeah. They just want their thing to win.
Exactly.
Which, I understand you feeling disappointed about it, but how can you say one is better if you haven't even seen the other one?
I know. You cannot say that.
Yeah. You just want your fave to win. Just say that. I would prefer you to be like, I just want my fave to win, which that's cool. But don't be like, my fave is better than X, Y, and Z. You didn't even watch X, Y, and Z.
You didn't even watch it. Exactly. I ended up watching Conclave too. That was another one that was nominated for Best Picture. And Ray Fiennes, the guy who played Voldemort, he was in it, and he was nominated for Best Actor also. Every time I hear his voice, I can only see Voldemort. It's so crazy, but I love that movie. It was really good too. So, I know at least 3 of the movies that were nominated were like really good. I can't speak for the rest of them. Like, people were really mad that Demi Moore didn't win for Best Actress for her movie The Substance. I kind of looked at like some clips of like people kind of reviewing and talking about The Substance. I think it's over my head. I think it's over my head. It's a little too for me. So I'm gonna just leave that where it is. And apparently it's like a horror movie, but I don't really like gory stuff. And I've heard it's very gory as well. So I think it's a little too smart for me. I'm not gonna lie. I just want to be entertained. So I'm gonna leave it where it's at.
But yeah, that's not the Oscars though. They want the very deep, type shit.
Exactly.
Entertaining, yeah.
Exactly. But yeah, overall, I think it was pretty good. It was cool to check out. And I'm not pressed about Cynthia and Ari winning, because they will have a chance with Wicked for good. So We'll see
Oh,
what
the
happens
guy
with
that
that.
do the costumes, the
Oh
black guy, yeah.
For mentioning him. Yeah. So the Wicked costume designer, what is his name? Can we look up his name real quick? He won for costume design, and he is the first Black man to win for costume design, which is a very good. Paul Tazwell. Oh, I was so happy when he won.
Fast.
Yeah, I was so happy. Girl, you see. I was so happy when he won. It was so cool that like Bowen Yang was out there, and he's the one who actually like gave him his Oscar or whatever, because he was in Wicked too. That was such a nice moment. And so Wicked won that one. I think Wicked won one more, but it wasn't in like the major categories, but they still did really well. And I was super excited to see him win.
Also, us still celebrating first Black in 2025.
Ain't that a bitch?
Yeah.
That's crazy. And this man
we don't need DEI anymore.
Okay. And he's had such a long career. Costumes for so many movies. I believe he's been nominated before this, but he never won. So I'm so glad he was able to get his flowers. And I really hope he wins for Wicked for good next year too. Just sweet. Just to give him all the things 2 years in a row. Why the hell not? I'm just saying.
The designs are great.
They were
so bright, so colorful.
So good. So yeah, that was amazing. we're not gonna talk about Amelia Perez. That's another movie that I can't say for sure because I have not checked it out. But just based on what I've seen and heard about it, it just does not sound like my cup of tea. And honestly, for me, if the Mexican community don't like it, and if the trans community don't like it, that's good enough for me. I don't need to see for myself.
The person that got up there and tried to have her Cynthia moment?
Girl,
or is it somebody else?
They won for original song, I believe. And that lady got up on that stage singing Amelia. I cannot believe this was happening.
It was so cringe.
And they immediately turned on the music on her. They was like, okay, they should have cut the mic. That was the most cringe. Thank you for bringing that
up. There
was
several cringe. Yeah, like you said, there was a lot. Whoever shook up the Grammys, they need to talk to the people that do the Oscars because it's a little shaking up that need to be happening over there.
It's a lot of shaking up because the main gag to me was we're gonna talk about Millie Perez a little bit. The main gag to me was that it was nominated for I think Best International Film, and when they present all the nominees, they say the country of origin for the film. For Amelia Perez, you would think the country of origin will be Mexico. Like that's where it's set. That's where all the characters are Mexican in the movie, right? The country of origin was France for Amelia Perez because it's French people who made it. That lets you know a lot. That lets you know a whole lot. And they did not win that one, thankfully, because I would have really been mad. I was like, what? And then Zoe Saldana, so happy for her. Love her career. She's done some great movies. She ended up winning Best Actress. Mm-hmm. She had a very nice, meaningful speech, talked about how, she was so proud to win for, a Spanish-speaking role and yada, yada, yada. But then afterwards, when they're asking questions and stuff, the person asking people questions, she really fumbled the question about the Mexican community not being happy with the movie and basically was like, being Mexican is the least important thing about this movie is basically what she said. And so I'm just like, so why did they set it in Mexico with Mexico characters if being Mexican does not matter? They could have been from anywhere. She literally said they could have been from anywhere. So why weren't they?
She tried to take the Disney approach with like Ariel and Cinderella. Yeah.
It's not one for one. It's not one for one at all.
Like Tiana cannot be placed anywhere, or she be anybody. Tiana has to be Black. It has something to do with her story, such as Moana and Jasmine. Like it has to do with their story. But I think she tried to take the Disney approach,
and it didn't work.
Ariel can be anybody.
That was the biggest news.
Ariel's also a fish.
Exactly. And that was the biggest news about her following her win. Yeah. And I'm just like, nobody prepped you for if you're potentially like, I feel like she tried to save it, but saying that was just too much. Like, come on, girl. Like, it didn't matter that they was Mexican. Come on.
This ain't your first rodeo, Zoe. You got dragged for playing Nina Simone. Dragged.
Did she ever like apologize, address
she did
that, anything?
during like, during COVID time. She's like, yeah, I shouldn't have been playing that role. Which, okay.
Like years after the fact, though.
Yeah, oh yeah, it was a while. Years. She was doubling down for a while.
Yeah.
But it's like, okay, who are the people around you? Because you should have been prepared for this. You should have been prepared for that question. And clearly she was not. Or whoever gave her that would girl.
Shout out to Zoe Saldana, queen of taking roles. She ain't got no business taking part in it. Like, because come on, girl. Like you said, like the Nina Simone thing was wild. I mean, if anybody who is listening who's not familiar with that, she literally had to basically put on blackface and a prosthetic nose because that's how much she does not look like Nina Simone, a black woman. So that lets you know everything that you need to know. But yeah, I'm happy for Zoe. I'm gonna just act like she won this Oscar for like Avatar or something like that. Center Stage, Guardians of the Galaxy. It's a lot of other movies we can get this Oscar to. We just gonna forget about because Amoeba is going to fade into it's gonna be one of those movies people look back on in like 5 years, be like, yeah, that probably shouldn't have won. It's gonna be one of those, like a Green Book,
Man. That sucks. I want that to be the winning thing, but girl, she got the award.
That's the thing. They don't care. They don't care for real. Okay, moving on to the press has been bullying Millie Bobby Brown. Y'all know Millie Bobby Brown. She is 11 in Stranger Things. She'd been on that show for literally her entire existence. It's so wild to see the Stranger Things kids now. What is it? Season 5 is about to come out. And they're like legitimately like 10 years older than they were when. I mean, Millie is married.
That's the sucky thing with she is. I didn't realize that.
Yes, girl, she is a married woman, girl.
But yeah, that's the sucky thing by having a show with kids in it. They grow up too fast.
That and also having a show on streaming that makes it take way longer. Like if she was on network television, this wouldn't be as big of a deal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the fact that streaming takes like 1 to 3 years between seasons is horrible for kids to be on the show. Like horrible. Did y'all ever watch Stranger Things?
I stopped like after season 2.
Yeah,
but
somewhere around.
I haven't kept up with it.
I haven't either. But yeah, so the press has been talking a lot about Millie's look and trying to insinuate that she looks older than she is and all these different things. And Millie was not having that shit. She literally got on her TikTok and her Instagram and made a very, very well written statement and was like, these are the articles I'm talking about. These are the writers of the articles that I'm talking about. It's really sad that even women are writing these articles and they just won't let me live my life. It's like they saw me as a little girl and they want to see me like that for the rest of my life. And I've been on the show for like a decade. So she really gave it to them. And I really hope they feel silly as hell because in the year Beyonce 2025, we are still pulling apart women's looks and bodies and how old we look and all that. It's ridiculous and it's tacky and it's gross. And it's one thing if random internet trolls want to do that, but for like established publications to play into that is where the line should be drawn. Like that's just shit. Like y'all don't have nothing else to talk about. It's a lot going on right now.
Yeah, well,
crazy.
I guess they don't have nothing else to talk about in the pop culture world, but I love that she name dropped them instead of just being generic about it, which, she would have been well in her right to be like these articles, y'all know which ones I'm talking about, but for her to have the titles and the name of the people is specifically calling folks out. And that allows people to like take responsibility and not just hide behind the generic of the statement. So I know I've seen like a few of the people she named like came out and like apologized or whatever, but like the damage is kind of done.
I know.
And not only are y'all slinging that at her, but it also goes to other young actresses out here and knowing what the press will say about you and how they move and just regular kids like having no like worry about that because they see what these articles about and how the outside world will view them as they get older.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Like, I'm glad that some of them have taken accountability and apologized. I hope that it's not an empty apology. I hope it actually is like change behavior. That is the best apology. Don't turn around and do that to the next, little starlet coming up in the 6 months. Like, then you can eat that apology. Like, come on, like, change your behavior and you make people feel bad. Like, celebrity, I'm not here to advocate for celebrities, but celebrities are people too. And they do have feelings. And obviously people are going to talk about them and consume them and all that. And like I said, a random internet troll is one thing, but established publications doing that and playing into that is another thing. And it's just tired and it's just not cute. And you're really just validating the ugliest views on the internet and it's just not okay. So stop it.
Agreed. 1,000% agree. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see if the behavior change.
We'll see. Millie gonna let us know. Millie, let us know. Let us know. Keep track.
And will.
And will.
With names.
Okay. Period. Speaking of the ugliest views on the internet, we got to talk about Meghan Markle, Sussex, because I'm gonna use her full name, and the way these primarily white women, I mean, they just see her and they just see red. Like, it's just, they have the most unfounded, illogical, deep hatred and disdain for her. Is so crazy. And they have hated sis into a second season of her show within like a week of it coming. I haven't even got to watch the shit yet. And it's already renewed for a second season because of their hate watching. And a stream is a stream, baby. Just like we be telling our haters who listen to this podcast.
Hello.
Hi. This applies to you. Like, it's crazy. And I have just always found Meghan Markle just to be so pleasant, so polite, so non-offensive, so demure. I just don't see her in it. Like, there is no logical reason to hate her the way to do. You don't have to like everybody. Everybody don't have to be your cup of tea. But the hate that they have for her is completely unfounded and it's based purely on racism and jealousy. And it really just highlights why racism is so stupid. So
that's the tweet.
Yeah.
I love that you said that the British girls need to eat their beans.
I did right there.
I think that's why they be upset, because their food is fucking terrible. But it's terrible. I would be upset too. But I think ultimately it just comes down to racism. I think people just, I don't know if they wanted it to be them or somebody that looked like them, and that it's not.
That's exactly what they wanted. Yeah.
It infuriates them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It was never gonna be you, babes.
Speaking, I took a screenshot of this because it was so funny. I commented on somebody's video talking about, I don't understand why people hate Meghan Markle so much, right? And I was like, they are legitimately obsessed with her. It's scary. And some lady named Christine S., yes, I'm saying your name, Christine S., you deserve it. She said, no, she is a divorced woman who robbed Harry of his life and his real life. And I said,
Harry's a grown-ass fucking man. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I said, it was never going to be you, Christine. Get over it. Like, it was never going to be you. You don't even have a picture on your TikTok profile. It was never going to be you. I need you to sit with that. All of them have to sit with that. It was never going to be them. Like, you were never going to be Cinderella. Prince Harry was never going to pick you out of obscurity and change your whole life. It was never going to be you.
Shout out to movies making these people think that it was possible.
Girl, they are they will never leave that girl alone. And then, and of course, one criticism I've seen is they're mad that she did not shoot this in her real home. Why would she these people see where she really lives so they can find her on Zillow or whatever and be stalking outside of their house, like as if they haven't gotten death threat after death threat.
Yeah, that would just be kind of dumb for them to do that. Yeah,
so dumb. And then the majority of like these Food Network type of shows are not shot in these people real ass home.
Yeah, that the logic don't be logicking with them, because if she was in her own home, y'all would be saying something about that. And 100%. They literally were on the run in 2020.
Hello,
like what the y'all
Tyler
weird.
Perry had to get them a place to stay and help them pay for security. They are so mad. And let's be clear. Let's clear this up. Prince Harry and Meghan did not leave because they wanted privacy. They never said they wanted privacy. They wanted to not be harassed and to receive hateful, disgusting death threats and racist threats. You know what I'm saying? That's all. They never said it was about privacy. So why did y'all expect them to leave and to not do anything to make an income? And if anything, I have more respect for them than I have for them other royals who ain't doing shit to make an income. At least
they actually working. Yeah. They are actually working.
They never said they wanted privacy. They never, ever said they wanted privacy. They wanted to not be harassed and bullied. Like y'all are gonna bend over backwards to do it anyway, which is why I'm so glad Meghan has her Instagram account comments off. She said, "Bitch, you can view what I'm doing and go. I don't care what you have to say about it. Comment on your own page that I'm never gonna see."
Harry said, "Y'all not about to kill my wife like y'all did my mom."
Period.
And that's it.
Yeah, and
let them work for their check they deserve.
And if Meghan Markle Sussex has no supporters, I'm dead. Because I'm gonna ride for her till the wheels fall off, because she makes y'all so mad. And it's so satisfying.
Shout out to her already having season 2. Like, that's great.
That's great.
I
love her.
Oh, they try to be like she's not relatable because all the other royals are. Got it.
Because all rich people in the year 2025 are just so. Are the Kardashians relatable? Kim lives in a museum
with kids. She lives in a museum with kids. Like, how is that realistic?
Okay, y'all never put these expectations on white women, and that's why we know that you're just being racist.
Also, like, if I had the funds, I would be making food and planting flowers too, ho. I just don't have the money.
If I won the lottery, I would not say nothing, but there will be signs. Okay, there will be signs. Like, there will be some tropical shit behind me right now, and it would not be very relatable. So, like, be so for real. They are so crazy. They are so crazy when it comes to Meghan. Keep stepping on those necks, Meghan. We support you. Okay. Oh, girl, this Hannah Burner situation with Meg Thee Stallion.
I'm sick, y'all. Leave Meghan's alone. We need a shirt.
Leave Meghan's alone, period. I will wear it. Look, if you got smoke for a Meghan McCain and Megyn Kelly are right there.
Right there.
Go to them.
There are some you can have some smoke for. Please.
Period. Leave the black girl Meghan's alone. Okay, we tired.
Okay, we need to specify, yes, on our shirt.
We will specify, exactly. Because okay, so yeah, if y'all haven't seen, okay, so Hannah Burner, she was on the Oscar party red carpet, one of these red carpets. Yeah, interviewing celebrities. Megan Thee Stallion came up. She was talking to Megan Thee Stallion, and she told Megan Thee Stallion she loves her music and she listens to it when she wants to fight, or her music makes her want to fight. And that was a collective, huh?
Megan did too. Like, oh, you want to take that fighting shit and throw it out the window? Because
what? Because first of all, Megan is very clear about not being a fighter girl. It's not what her music is about at all. And also, she was a very public victim of domestic violence not that long ago. So it was just, not only was it tone deaf and weird, it made no sense, because all Megan Thee Stallion music made me want to do is like shake my ass and feel great about myself. I'm confused.
Hands on my knees, shaking ass on my thought shit made her want to fight. Post me a pic for to make me a profit. Bitch, what the fuck are you listening to?
What are you listening to? Is that, and then, I mean, not to mention, I feel like it don't even have to be said, but we're gonna say it in a way. The racist microaggression of all that, because the insinuation that like a Black woman is like violent or promotes violence, very problematic, very not cool. Yeah, that was just a hot ass mess. So then this kind of sparked this conversation about people being like, oh, well, influencers don't need to be on the red carpet. They need to go back to journalists. And it's like, I have to point out though that the person who disrespected Babyface at the Grammys was a journalist and not an influencer. Mm-hmm. So it's not about your degree or anything like that. It's about
having some fucking decorum and
having some sense, white people checking their biases and not being just insane on the red carpet. That's what it's about.
Yeah. Also, I hate that our girl Drew kind of got dragged into it because she's been doing like red carpet events and she's an influencer. She like, what the fuck? Why am I in it? But she kind of said that too. Like, it's not about influencers doing this. It's about having the training and having the decorum.
Exactly.
But yeah, apparently the Hannah girl did an Instagram story apology to Meghan, but
IG story apology that was gone in 24 hours, girl. Insane. Insane. I mean, your apology needs to be as loud as your disrespect.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. But as we always do, Meg handled that very, very well.
She did.
Abundantly well. And she really tried to dig your ass out the grave, Hannah, and you kept doubling down on it. Like, y'all, it was just a bunch of fangirls with mics. Like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all?
It was so dumb. I really wish that Meghan would have been like, girl, what song exactly? Name the track.
Name the track. Like, so WAP was for weapons and punches or some shit. Like,
my God.
In what universe?
Oh my God.
Meg specifically told us she's not a fighter. She's like, do you see my nails? I'm not messing up my lace. Are you crazy?
Which the girls need to be very grateful that she's not, because Meg can kick somebody's ass like that. She is a brick house.
Yeah.
She could whoop somebody's ass. So they need to be happy that she's not a fighter. But she's definitely a lover girl. And she's been very clear about
Yeah. Because she could. She definitely could.
Girl. I mean,
but I'm too cute to be getting down like that.
And that's
just so weird.
That was insane.
Maybe she mixed her up with somebody else.
Because I'm trying to think of a female rapper who makes fighting music, and I can't think of one.
Somebody was like Glow, but honestly, if you listen to Glow, she kind of similar to Meg.
Exactly. The majority is shaking my ass feeling good about myself. Period.
So, as they should.
Yeah, girl. Yeah, that was crazy as hell. Hannah, girl.
It was just it was a macro aggression. It
was crazy. That was
like, you don't be around no Black people whatsoever.
Clearly. Because So yeah, girl. Speaking of crazy, we got to talk about what me and Myra have been obsessing over all weekend. I hate to get this man.
I wish it wasn't happening.
I know, because I hate this for Halle Bailey so bad. I mean, she got the cutest little baby, but she had him with an absolute menace. DVD is gonna make her life hell forever, and he done already started, and the baby is a fresh 1-year-old.
Yeah, like 1 and 2 months, like fresh.
I
also love that some people in our audience are only going to know him by DVD. I love that.
I love that as well. That's all y'all need to know. That's all y'all need to know, truly. Yeah, I mean, co-parenting is hard. And for anybody who's not familiar, Halle Bailey, the Little Mermaid, she was in a relationship with this streamer guy named DVD. I didn't want to say
it. You wanted to say something else?
I was like, I'm fine. I'm finding it. They were in a relationship. They had this beautiful little baby boy named Halo. They have since broken up. And DVD has just been moving really wild, really crazy. And just making her life hell. Like they just had a situation where he went over to her house. I'm not sure if it was unannounced or if he was invited.
It was unannounced.
I think so too.
I think he was coming, and I believe she was like, "Nah." And they're using that him telling her that she was coming as being non-announced. Bitch, that's still unannounced.
If I didn't give you the okay, then that means
unannounced.
Exactly. You can't just do. And I really feel like the frustrating thing about the situation is the ownership that certain men try to have over women when they have a baby with them. There is lots of that in this. And basically he wanted to, because the baby is sick, Halle is sick. DVD wanted to just lay up at Halle's house and hang out with the child downstairs, and she just stay upstairs. First of all, they aren't even on speaking terms. Apparently, they talk to each other through somebody else. I'm assuming through his mom or something. It's probably who they talk through. So you want to sit up at somebody's house that you aren't even talking to, relegate them to upstairs in their house when they don't even feel well, just to play daddy for 2 hours and then leave her with a turned up baby that's sick. That's what he wanted to do.
Yes, and pop that stream off. And then I feel like he wanted to do that to get on stream. Folks are going to realize that he's at Haley's house or wherever house they used to share or whatever, and get that talking going.
Yep.
The
speculating about what's up with them. Girl, the streams ain't streaming. Clearly. So, and that was just, it was just so ridiculous. And then he got home, got on stream, had to tell everybody about it, threatened to take her to court. I want to see my son when I see my son. I've been helping keep up her little image, but I'm not doing that no more. All this dumb stuff. And then he got on stream the next day, trying to explain it better and trying to give all this context. And it's like, there's no context to you putting your business on the internet. And just because you're a streamer does not mean you have to do that. You know what your fans are going to do. And they did it. They went over to Halle Page and harassed her to the point that she had to turn her comments off because all she had were these young niggas in her comments telling her to let him see his baby. These people ain't even 18 telling her what to do with her child. It was ridiculous.
It was a huge dog whistle to ancient people.
100%
are going to run to her comments and be like, "Let him be a dad. You keeping his baby away from him?" Free Halo is wild. Girl, and you know, DVD is gonna like run it back and be like, "I didn't want anybody to harass her," and blah 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 blah. Like, you dog whistle. And if you listen to what he was saying, he specifically was like, the only power I have is on the internet.
He literally said that.
He don't want to go to court because he only has power on the internet. No, you don't want to go to court because the truth is going to come out that you do see that baby.
Yeah.
That you do get the baby at any time. And actually, if you go to court, it's probably going to end up worse for you. Because, it's going to be even more strict.
100%. 100%. Like, he just want to be oppressed so bad. He just want to be, Jody from Baby Boy. You gonna let me see my son? Like, he just wants to be a single father so bad. And that's just like, I'm like, did you have a baby with her literally for the plot? Because
yes, he did.
He reviewed her song, the Baby Daddy Anthem is what I'm gonna call it. And of course, I commented on one of those videos about, I was like, is he serious? And his fans are like, oh, he made that a year ago. When Halo was fresh after one,
they was together too, though.
They was together, and he's talking specifically about not seeing him. So why would he make this a year ago? Unless he was, so either he was plotting and planning for this to be his narrative, or it just happened and y'all are lying for him. Either way, he's a cornball, and so are y'all. Either way.
I do love that it seems like, at least on my side of TikTok, that people are calling his bullshit out for what it is. I love seeing men,
Yeah.
Assumingly, from what I can see, straight men too, calling it out like you are dog whistling and you're full of shit. I love seeing that. I hope it's more of those folks than his fans.
Yeah.
But this is
I think it's more of those folks for sure. I think it's more of those folks for sure. I think his fans are just very loud, like MAGA, so it seems like it's a lot of them. But I don't think it's as many as I think a lot of people. I mean, I think he needs to get them streams up. And if Halle is not gonna play ball and be a part of it and let Halo be a part of it, he gonna just talk about her and get them streams up.
Right.
That's what he gonna do. And that's exactly what he did. And so like he's not beating the cornball rap at all. Like he's exactly who everybody thinks he is. And I think he has some resentment towards Halle too. I think because when they got together, you know, at first it was all cute and people really liked them, but then he started doing corny stuff, and that's really when people started to turn on them like as a couple. I think he very much resents her really positive image and how people see him. But all he's doing is leaning into exactly what people say about him through this behavior. Like there's no excuse for sending your fans to attack the woman who is taking care of your child.
Yeah, it's given. Let me humble this girl real quick.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Let me humble her real quick.
Yeah, exactly. Because you using the internet to get more time with your child instead of just going to court. Because like I said, you know the court is not going to go your way. While he's talking about, oh, I know if I go to court, they probably just going to give me the whole summer. They going to give me this. They going to give me that. They going to be like, oh, look at this Black man being a good father. That's so rare. We need to reward him. God. He said that, girl. He said that.
That's so rare.
He said that, girl.
It's actually not. I hate not you. Not
perpetuating stereotypes.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. He sure did. He sure did. And it's like, I feel like he has a mentality that a lot of men who do the bare minimum for their kids have, is that they need to get some type of award for that. Because he literally was like, yeah, I mean, it's like I'm being punished for being a big dad. When y'all put these men who are deadbeats, y'all put them on a pedestal. Who is putting deadbeats on a pedestal?
Where they at? Oh, they his fans, right?
Clock it.
Right.
Clock it.
Got it.
Girl, it is so pathetic. He is so pathetic, and I just feel so bad for Halle that she has to deal with him for the rest of her life. It's a canon event. She just got to go through it. A lot of us have dealt with damn fools like this, and some of us were lucky enough to get out without being attached to them permanently. Some of us not so much.
Yeah, unfortunately.
So people need to reserve their judgment. I've seen a lot of people talking about, well, we tried to tell her and blah, blah, blah. She's young. And what she's not going to do is listen to people on the internet.
Yeah. And also, I mean, she know.
She know
now. Like what is saying, like we tried to tell her. Like we know. We all tried to tell her. It just is what it is. The baby's here.
Yeah.
She can't return the baby.
And she wouldn't if she could. Yeah. I'm sure she wouldn't if she
would not. So it's just, like, why even keep saying that at this point? Like, she knows. That's why he crashing out, because he doesn't have any like quote unquote control over her anymore.
Yeah, because he don't like boundaries. And I think why people are so triggered by the situation is because I think most people in a baby daddy type of situation know that they don't like boundaries. As soon as you set a boundary, that all hell breaks loose. And I'm sorry, if we're not in a relationship, especially if we're not even on speaking terms, you're not just popping up at my house. You're not just hanging out at my house. You're not just letting me know an hour ahead of time that you want the baby today. Like, that's why they need to go to court to get some type of schedule or something to keep them on the same track. So it won't be none of this. And she also needs to let the courts know that he don't need to be talking about her in public and that he can't have that baby on the stream no more. That's what he really don't want. Because what is he going to talk about if he don't have Halle and Halo to talk about, or the show?
Nothing. There's nothing he can talk about. Nothing he can talk about.
Nothing. I mean, and girl, apparently on his streams now, he be going on dates and stuff all the time. That's his content that he's making. So you dumped Halle so you could like put your dating life on stream? Like what? Crazy. He is crazy. What would he do if the internet just stopped existing?
Hopefully Twitch don't get banned or something.
Ban Twitch. No shade, Myra. I don't want them to ban Twitch because you on Twitch, but ban Twitch from DVD. And don't take TikTok, take Twitch, okay?
I feel like he's probably gonna eventually get banned. Like Twitch is pretty swift with like those people that does that like girl content is what it's called, like with the dating and stuff. I think he's gonna tap into it being too edgy.
That's a genre?
Risque. It's a genre.
Oh wow.
Yeah. It's a whole genre.
Every day.
It's a whole genre. And they get too risky, they get a little bit too sexual, and then eventually they get banned because they do a little bit too much. I feel like he's probably gonna lean into that because that is where the views reside. That's why people like lean into it. But
wow, that's interesting. That is very, very well. I mean, what is the demographic of people who make this content? Like, what age are they? Because DVD like 27 or something, I think.
Oh, they're that age, but their audience are like 13, 14 year olds. Yeah.
That's crazy, girl. That's crazy. Wow. Yeah. All right. Well, that gives me some context for sure. Mm-hmm. But DVD, you a lame. And you not
I didn't know DVD was doing that, but actually makes sense. I mean, what else he gonna do? Especially if it comes down to like the court being like, you can't have that baby on the stream.
I know. It's really sad. And it's really sad too, because I believe one of his exes had came out at some point and said that like, oh yeah, he's wanted a kid for years. Like he wanted to be a dad for years. And it's just like, did you just use Halle to get the baby? Like what's going on here? You know?
Yes.
Very sad. Myra, you so definitive. I love it. But you're probably right. You're probably right. That's what he did. Last thing before we take one more break and finish up the show, the Traitors have had their season finale. Myra, did you get to check it out yet?
I haven't finished the reunion. Okay. And I 2x speed the final episode because I ain't give a fuck no more.
Maybe that's what I need to do because I actually haven't watched it. I just looked up spoilers. So as soon as I heard that my girl Danielle was a winner, I was like, I don't need to see this.
Also, I mean, I guess spoiler alert, but who cares? But
who cares?
Why Danielle keep putting her trust into Brittany? Like, how many times does somebody gotta fuck you over before you be like,
Myra? If whatever show Danielle goes on to do, if they throw Brittany in there and Danielle does not immediately get her out, no matter what show it is, I don't care if it's the Brady Bunch reality TV show. Get her out. Why she keep? Brittany is a snake. Brittany is a snake. I've been saying it for years. Brittany is a snake. Every time she has opportunity, she proves herself to be a snake. People love Brittany because she's so good in the diary room. She's so quirky. I cannot stand Brittany because she is a snake.
You sound like my mom. I know y'all got some Big Brother it's 3 with that. It's like I
stand Brittany.
Stand her.
I can't stand I never understood why people like Brittany so bad. I never understood why they like her so bad. Like
I just don't
she is
like
a snake.
The way that she full blown went.
Yeah.
And I trust her wholeheartedly. Like it would make more sense for you to trust Carolyn than her.
I know. I
don't understand it.
I don't understand it either.
Also, I think it was a dumb move not to give that traitor offer to Dylan.
Yes, that was where she fucked up the first. Once she was able to get Carolyn out, which y'all can say whatever y'all want. She ate that episode up. She ate Carolyn up. She did everything right. That was Big Brother Danielle showing out. Once she was able to do that, recruiting Brittany was an insanely bad mistake. Dumb. It was so dumb. She really should have recruited. I would have even been happy with Gabby. Either Dylan or Gabby, and Gabby could have been juicy too, because one, she absolutely would accept it, and two, Dylan been already thinking that Gabby was a traitor low-key. He done thrown plenty of votes her way. She could have maybe leaned into that to kind of put him off of her. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. And that's kind of what I was thinking that she might do with Brittany, like since there's already suspicion on Brittany. But one thing that's always going to be Danielle's downfall is that she is so loyal to the people that she is loyal to, the people that she trusts, and she will never betray them. Like she never would have betrayed Bob the drag queen.
Yeah, she just didn't have a choice.
Yeah, and she never would have betrayed Brittany, but she just keeps putting her trust in the case of Brittany in the wrong people. So. But yeah, that was a huge mistake not recruiting Dylan or Gabby.
And it's like they had no choice. It was either do it or die.
I mean, come on. But it was right there. It's like, recruit Dylan, kill Gabby. All of a sudden, your two biggest ops gone one way or the other. How do you leave? How do you kill Tom Sandoval and recruit Brittany? That was bad. That was
nobody was listening to Tom. Tom been suspicious of every fucking body.
I mean, because think about it. Think about a world where she recruits Dylan and kills Gabby. Who's left at that point? Brittany, Tom, Dolores, and Laura Ivor. Girl, you sailing to the end. You sailing to the end at that point. Because Dylan could have helped you out. He could have helped you get some of the suspicion off of you, maybe, and put it onto somebody else.
So if her and Dylan made it to, like, I don't know how Traitors win. Traitors. Yeah. Would they have split it?
If you, if you go to the, so like what happened in season 1 with Cirie, she was the only traitor left, and there was 2 faithfuls. The 2 faithfuls that were there, they basically kind of reiterated to Alan that they thought it was only faithfuls left, and so then when they were thinking that they were going to split the money 3 ways, because like, right, we're all faithfuls, we won. That's when Cirie was like, actually, I'm a traitor, and actually, y'all not getting shit. And then she got all the money. So if any traitors make it to the end, girl, kill that. If any traitors make it to the end, and people don't think you're a traitor, and they reiterate that, then you win. So I think that might have messed up Danielle, but Dylan would have won then. I mean, but you know, he's splitting the money 4 ways now. He got what, $50K? So yeah, that was a lot of work for just $50K, but you know, it's better.
That was a lot of work.
It's better than nothing, but
they need another episode to get a few people out of there, because like, it needs to be 2.
It needs to be 2, because then what? Well,
maybe they'll get more,
because season 2 is very frustrating for this exact reason.
I'm not gonna watch it because I know Peppermint got played, and I can't take that.
And then the person who played Peppermint was one of the winners, which was really frustrating. So so last season it was 2 people left from the challenge, and it was 1 third person. I can't remember who it was. The 2 people from the challenge have a previous relationship, so they knew that the third person was a faithful. They voted them out anyway, so they will only be splitting the money 2 ways. Some very traitorous behavior.
I mean,
I don't blame them, but I was I don't blame them. I was not happy. I thought that was very fucked up, because the person they got out was a really good faithful. It wasn't like Dolores, who was just throwing her vote every week, which I'm really mad that she got any money, because Dolores was doing
and high key Ivor too.
Yeah,
like y'all was just there, people. Also, this cast was just stupid.
It was stupid. They were so. I mean, God. The only way that the traitors left is because they turned on each other and got each other out.
Yeah.
That's literally the only way
all the traitors had to do was work together, and they would have took it, because other than Dylan, hockey.
Yeah, and Gabby wasn't to the end. Throughout, she was not that good, but to the end, yeah, exactly. When it was literally, it was like 5 people left, so of course she know who the traitor is,
right?
But yeah. This was
reunion is good season. If you want to skip the last episode, because Bob got them hoes together, because the arena girl tried to be like, oh, Bob wanted to get rid of me so he could have more screen time, and Bob was like, any show I'm on, I am the star of the show. I said,
Bob. Oh yeah, I'm definitely going to watch.
Yeah, she's like, how you don't know who I am? He's like, you don't know who I am.
I'm gonna be honest. I think for me, what has taken some of the fun out of the season was this hatred for Danielle that people have had. I just felt like it was okay to be annoyed by her. It was okay to not like her. But people who wanted Tom Sandoval to win over her, like, come on. Tom, girl.
Cheating Tom.
That's how bad they didn't like Danielle. And I just didn't understand.
Racism crazy, girl.
It's crazy. And it really just kind of sucked the fun out of this season for me seeing that online. Like, y'all say y'all want a villain, and if someone is being a villain, if they not the right color, then you got all these problems with them.
Yeah, because they ain't had that same smoke for
Boston Rob.
Yeah.
Nope. And I'm down the hill that I don't think he was playing a good game. I think that he was very reckless. Okay, good. That's good to know. Self-awareness has entered the building. And you know what? These people online who hated Danielle so bad, they were still so mad at her, even though the show is over. There was like, somebody posted a video of like some of the people from the cast like hanging out. all the comments like, haha, look, they didn't invite Danielle. Danielle wasn't there. And somebody literally was like, she was there. You just can't see her in this video. Like, none of the cast is this pressed about her. Just y'all idiots online. So
it is a TV show at the end of the day. Like, I don't think anybody's taking, well, besides Dorena, thinking that Bob specifically got her out to get the shot. She was very offended that Bob was like, I don't know any of these people here. And that is no shade. And he said that there too. Like, that's no shade. Like, me not knowing who you are does not neglect you being, you know, whoever you are. I just don't watch the show.
Right. Girl, I can't. Okay, yeah, I'm definitely gonna check out the reunion. Because I did see that somebody had said that Danielle was really good on the reunion too. And it just kind of helped them clean up this image where they think that she just Satan because she lied on her grandkids. It's like, it is a game. It's a game.
Racism. But yeah, a good reunion because y'all tried to comfort Bob. That's how I know you don't know who he is because he gonna try.
Oh, they picked the right one. They picked the right one. And like, I think I saw like a headline from a TikTok and it was like an article that even Carolyn was like, the hate to Danielle is ridiculous. Y'all, it's a show. Yeah. I know y'all hate Black people and Black women, but chill out.
Regardless, right?
You said what?
You get paid for each episode though, right?
You do.
They'd be all right.
You'll be all right. Yeah. And so I hope there is some self-awareness from all the traitors that pretty much besides Bob, everybody fumbled the bag.
Everybody. Yeah. And I mean, even with Bob's situation, he fumbled a little. Like, yeah. And even Rob was like, yeah, it wasn't really that big of a deal.
Thank you for saying that now.
Yeah, after we lost,
you done put the traitors in the freaking shambles.
God, that was so dumb. But good. I just hate the way it ended. It just was a womp ending.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, 4 people spending the money when 2 of them don't even deserve it. That's lame.
Yeah.
That is so lame.
But yeah, good season. I'll be back for next season. Shout out to Alan.
Yes, I love Alan. His little outfits. I can't wait. I definitely can't wait. All right, y'all. So we are back. We really don't have any planner stuff to talk about this week, but I just remembered that we did not talk about the season finale of Love is Blind because, as y'all know, this season just was not for us. It wasn't for us. It wasn't by us. And by us, I mean Black people. Because what the hell was with this casting? These couples. I've heard that it was just so dry and so boring. I literally watched 1 episode and I was bored to tears. So I've just been keeping up via TikTok clips and podcasts and people commentating on it. I just couldn't do it. I just could not do it.
Yeah, I mean, same. From our Discord too. I know a few folks kind of chime in and let us know what was going on over there, but yeah, it just wasn't. I don't know. There wasn't any appeal, and it was a dead giveaway when we had 6 pod episodes.
Girl,
dead giveaway.
6 pod episodes, girl.
And I think the season's like 8 episodes total. So half.
Or maybe 10. Is it
10? Let's see.
It had to be at least 10 episodes, right?
How many? Because they dropped that first 6 like as soon as it.
Yeah. Okay, it was at least 12. Because I'm looking at this podcast I listened to, and they had they did a recap for season 8 episodes 10 through 12. So I think it was at least 13.
Okay.
Because maybe the finale was 13. Okay. But yeah,
but that's still half
in the pods, girl.
Yeah.
And we got a whole lot of nothing. Most of the couples, spoiler alert, most of the couples did not get married. I think we had 1 couple get married.
Honestly, your guess is as good as mine.
Yeah, I think we had 1 couple get married. We definitely need to talk about the girl who, everybody was going up for her, including me, when she was in the pods, telling, oh boy, that he needs to care about things like Black Lives Matter, and it was a major red flag that he just is so like indifferent about this type of stuff. Mm-hmm. But she still ended up getting engaged to him and literally going all the way to the altar with him, and still having that be her reason for not marrying him. And people still going up for her like she did something special. And I'm like, girl, you knew this 4 weeks ago. You really thought you was going to change his heart and mind and his whole life in 4 weeks to actually make him have empathy and care about people who don't look like him?
Yeah.
Insane.
Maybe she liked DVD and just did it for the plot.
That's what it's given. It's given she did it for the plot. It's given she did it for the check. She wanted the screen time because she freaking knew.
She knew. She knew she wasn't gonna go through with it, but I don't know. It's so weird because that is like what we are saying when it comes to quote unquote allies. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's exactly it. This is it on the big screen of what it looks like. Because a lot, I mean, she probably got friends that are with people like that. Mm-hmm. So I mean, I guess.
And also, it's hard for me to believe that if she really liked him, I think she would have married him. I don't even think that's the whole reason why she did not marry him. Why she gave it
scapegoat, honestly.
Yeah, that was her that was her reason. But I genuinely believe that if she really likes him, was really attracted to him, he checked all the boxes except for that, I think she would have still married him. And so I don't appreciate her using that as her reason for not marrying him when you knew that a month ago.
You knew that before you seen him.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean that's
she gets nothing for me. She gets nothing for me. Nothing. Not impressed.
I guess I am glad that she did not move forward with it. I mean, maybe I'll check out the clips. I was gonna say check out the reunion. I ain't watching it. I check out the clips of the reunion to see what she says. If it's anything deeper than that, but I don't know. I don't know because it was it for the plot, or was it you thought you could push through with it? And if you thought you could push through with it, like I don't find that noteworthy or something to clap up. If you thought you could push through with it, and was like nah,
not at all. I totally agree. And then the freaking only black couple that we had, they didn't put this beautiful girl Virginia with this damn Blacks for Trump guy.
Oh, that's the Trumpy?
That's the Trumpy. Oh. Talking about he vote with his religious values. Girl, saying it in 2025 is, or they said in 2024. Saying that period is crazy at this point. It's crazy. And I'm glad that she clapped back and was like, I vote with mine too. And that's why I don't vote for them people. Period. Period.
I mean, ain't nothing Christian like over there.
Nothing. It's very fake. Very fake.
Like, is there racism in the church? Like, what is going on? Like, why do y'all keep leaning on religion? Like, why is that y'all scapegoat?
That's exactly. It's a lot of scapegoating going on in a lot of different areas. And he was mad weird when I believe she brought up a prenup, because why the hell wouldn't you? And you don't own this person for 4 weeks.
Not you a broke Trumpy.
And yeah, him and his family had a big problem with the prenup. I think he ended up coming around because why wouldn't you? And maybe he didn't want to look like a brokey, but the damage was done at that point. Because why don't you want a prenup?
Weird. Yeah.
Why don't y'all want a prenup? They just met. Because he don't have nothing. That's why. He has nothing to protect. That's why.
I don't understand why is that even the family business.
Girl, you know how they be talking about shit that just all type of stuff. They be talking about kids. They be talking about all type of stuff that normal people in normal relationships do not talk about right in front of their family and include their family, but they do it for the plot, literally.
I mean, I guess it is TV. But that's not family business.
It's definitely not. Like, if you want to go back and talk to your family after we talk, by all means, but I am not saying this in front of your family. I am not talking about this in front of your family. But yeah, and then there was a situation apparently where his mom or somebody gave them a check as a wedding gift and they gave it to him. And he never told Virginia about it. And she somehow found out. And so I'm like, he was going to deposit the check into his account. That's why you did not know about it.
Oh, okay. I was a little confused then because I was thinking it came from like her family. So his family gave him a check.
Them a check. It was specifically a wedding gift.
But handed it to him.
Handed it to him when she was not present. Yes, it's my understanding. And he did not tell her about it. It could have been, I'm not 100% sure whose mom it was. I heard it was his, but I've also, it could have been hers. But either way, he got a check that was for them that he did not tell her about.
Can you imagine?
No, I literally can't. I can't. Actually, no.
Like, you're stealing from me, and we're supposed to be getting married. You're literally stealing from me.
Yeah, yeah. And she was still so kind. Like, I saw when she turned him down, she was like in tears and stuff. She was very sweet and very kind about it. And apparently she, she said kind of behind the scenes that like they just did not get to certain places that she needs to go in order to know that you want to marry somebody. Like whenever it came up to these sensitive topics like politics and stuff, he did not want to talk about it, obviously, because he has horrible trash views and beliefs. They never made their relationship physical, from my understanding. So it was just a lot of things that were just not checked that you would want to be checked before, or that some people want to be checked before they got married. So I'm glad she told him a resounding no, I'm not marrying you.
Good for her. That's the clip I have not seen. I didn't realize that he was the Trumpy.
Yep. The one black man and a black couple. Minnesota, what's up with y'all men? Any ladies who listen to this show want to report on the men in Minnesota, because this is not looking too good. Like, if you're single, do not move to Minnesota, clearly, because it's slim pickings, clearly.
Where did they find these people? I don't understand, but another wax season. I was really looking forward to this one because usually the ones at the top of the year are better.
Yeah.
The better two of the year, but I guess we'll see. I don't know. Are we just over this show?
We might be over it. I feel like there might be too much awareness surrounding this show now. So now we have the issue of people wanting to be on TV, trying to get on this show, and not people who genuinely want like love and relationships. Also, I think the city is very huge, and this is definitely highlighted how important it is to be in a good city for this. Not to say Minnesota or wherever they are is not good, but it just was not good for Love Is Blind. Clearly.
I mean, where else can they go at this point? Have they done Atlanta? No, I think season 2 was Atlanta, right?
I think so. Yeah, with Lauren and Cameron. Yeah. One day in Atlanta, yeah. I think they were. I mean, go back.
I mean, it's more people there. Yeah. And the city, it really isn't that big of a deal to the show.
Exactly. I don't know. I don't think they've done like a New York. Like, I feel like they're, they can go back.
Yeah, but then if you get into those bigger cities, you do run into people who are looking for an opportunity to be.
That's the thing. So it might be, Love Is Blind might be running this course, but Netflix don't ride it till the wheels fall off.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
It's like this the only show they can do every year. They take too goddamn long for everything else. Exactly. Exactly. Let's wrap up the show with a little bit of makeup talk. Myra, I know you got some new stuff that you wanted to chat about.
I know.
I love hearing about new brands and also putting everybody else to some new brands.
I have been eyeing, and I had asked y'all in the chat, nobody bought, so I had to be the guinea pig to go ahead and buy off the TikTok, y'all.
Thank you for your service.
So I did go ahead and pick us on, and honestly, it came really quick. I thought it was going to be a minute because this brand is called Made by Mitchell. Honestly, I really love their packaging. I think it's fun. I feel like a lot of makeup brands have been leaning more towards that like minimalist kind of feel to their branding, and to see Made by Mitchell that's kind of neon color and very, very colorful, very poppy. Not in the makeup itself, but the packaging. Just so like I'm not wearing like neon blue eyeliner or whatever. But I did go ahead and get their black eyeliner. And they have a lip case called a Cupid case, which basically has like 12 different shades of like nude lipsticks in it. Ooh. But it's more like it's a palette. So you have to apply the lipstick with a brush.
Okay, gotcha.
And I think it's really pigmented, and it's, you can kind of combine and do different things with it. So I really like it. And then I also got their curve case, which is more of a contour and blush kind of palette.
Yeah.
They have different shades, but I got deeper and it's too deep. So I may need to go back and get, excuse me.
The one right in front of it.
Yeah, it's just deep.
Yeah.
Because the contour shades are just black on my skin.
Yeah.
Like you can tell it's not black like Euphoria.
Yeah.
But you can tell there is some undertones in there, but it's just too dark.
Gotcha.
But it's very pigmented, very creamy. I really love it. I love the funness of being able to kind of create your own thing. And there's always a sale on TikTok Shop for them.
I love that.
So check it out.
That's so exciting. I just love new stuff. I really want like I think my main like area of like not knowing what the hell I'm doing, so I don't even try for like makeup is eye makeup. So I really want like a really cute like eye shadow palette. I want some fun colors, but I want some neutral colors. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna get yet. I just been kind of on the hunt for like a really perfect, like very inclusive like eye palette because I really want to practice and because I just never put on eyeshadow for the most part. I might put on like a nude color or something, but I really don't do too much when it comes to eyeshadow. So I wanna focus on that.
Yeah, I'm the same. I usually go for like the single little eyeshadow things that is
I got a couple of those.
Yeah, more of a like a glittery or a color shifting so where it looks like I did some shit, but I only put on one thing.
Period. I love that. Because the blending.
Yeah. And I don't want to go through the ugly phase with eyeshadow. You have to kind of go through it to get through it. Figure out what works for you. But yeah, that's why I lean more so on those that kind of do it for me, so to speak.
Yeah. Totally.
Totally. Send some recs if y'all have them out there. If y'all are into makeup, that's something that's like beginner friendly and some eyeshadow palettes. Also, it can get a little expensive. That's another thing. Like
it can.
I can't be playing around.
Yeah. Because I think
$70 palettes.
I know, like literally, Pat McGrath has like a couple of really beautiful eyeshadow palettes. They're like $120 or something like that. I'm like, oh, I'm just not there. I'm not gonna be playing and makeup. This is expensive because I'm in the playing and learning phase of eyeshadow right now, and I can't. I want to know what I'm doing by the time I graduate to $100 palette.
Right. It's like starting your very first planner is a full like cloth and paper and no teak setup. Like you don't start there.
You don't start there.
That's intermediate.
For sure. It's giving advanced almost. Yeah. Exactly. That's so true. That is so true. Did you get the that one size glittery setting spray? I know Danny mentioned that he got it right away. Did you end up getting that?
I want to, but I literally would just use it for a concert. So I'm like, do I want to spend $32?
Okay, I was thinking the same thing, and then I was like, okay, maybe Myra will get it, and I'll just use her.
So thinking that too. One of y'all would get it, and I would just use it.
Look, $15, and we'll just share it. Okay, I'll get it, and then when we go to the concert, you can have it. We can just split it, and we'll just share custody. We can co-parent.
Co-parent the spray.
There we go.
Yeah, because we'll do full.
Don't do all that. Like that. We don't need that, but it'll be cute to have it every now and
then. Yeah, it looks great.
Sizes. They really need the little travel size of that. That would be
perfect. I would go for that. Yeah,
I would totally go for that. I don't need a full size. I'm never doing this.
Yeah, and I don't like even the things that we do like around here that quote unquote get dressed. It's like maybe a couple's dinner or whatever. I don't need glitter,
Look, I'm 36. Glitter in my shit every day. Like it's just not for me. Okay. Just not a type of person.
Love glitter down though.
Love glitter down.
Yeah.
Love glitter down. But
not enough for a 32. I mean, it will just sit there.
It's gonna sit there. Exactly.
And also my fear is me grabbing for it, thinking it's the regular setting spray and it's the fucking glitter one.
And then you go to the grocery store.
Yeah.
With glitter on
shining. Fucking walking there like Edward from Twilight and shit. That's my fear. I would have to put that up separately somewhere if I had it.
I wish Danny could like spray a little bit of his in a little bottle.
I know. Can you like ration it out and just send it to But I really do want it. I should have bought the jumbo sides of the regular one when they had it. I hope that comes back because I do go through.
I like that setting spray a lot. I do too. I love that setting spray a lot. And the Fenty setting spray is really good too. It's not the same. But I like it. Like it's one of those setting sprays that you can put on like before your makeup, during your makeup, and after your makeup. I need
something like that. Yeah.
I love it for that. And it smells really good. But it's not like too like perfumey or anything. It just has a nice, like really soft scent. So yeah, definitely pick that up. I really like it.
I've been eyeing, speaking of Fenty, their new I think it's called gloss sticks. The one that has the glitter one.
Yes.
But also going back to, I'm not gonna be able to use it all the time.
I was like, do I want to just get the regular one? Because like you said, I'm just not a glittery girl on the everyday basis.
I love the regular ones.
Though it does look very subtle. It's not too much. So
you have to
that you could do like on a little cute date night or something like that and get away with, because it's not glitter all over your face like the one size setting spray.
Yeah.
So
that's true. That's true. Yeah. But the regular ones are really good. I love the hot chocolate one. And there's another. Which one? I think it's Riri. Riri is pink. Well, for me. So it may show up a lot more on you because you're like a shade, you're lighter. But Riri is like kind of this nudie, like very natural kind of like pink.
Oh, that sounds
with
pretty.
a liner, like an everyday kind of thing. So I really love that one. But I don't know. I might get hot chocolate in this shimmer one.
I think you should go for it. I think we got some shopping to do, Myra. I think we got some shopping to do.
Oh, I'm trying to save because I'm gonna have to shop at the this merch for Kendrick and Beyonce.
I know, girl. I know. I definitely need to make sure I got my money up for this because I want to be able to buy everything that I want. I'm so obsessed. Have you started buying like looks or anything for Cowboy Carter?
No, I don't know where I'm gonna go, I'm gonna land on that. Only thing I need to honestly hit up a Joann's before they close and grab the stuff to make the sashes.
Oh yeah, maybe you can get it on sale. It should be.
I know. I think I'm gonna ride out to one that has more fabric. The one closest to me they have fabric, but not a huge selection.
Okay.
But and also when I walked in there, they were talking about some 10-15% off. Girl, y'all going out of business. Stop playing with me.
So cheap at the beginning because Party City pulled that too. It's like y'all know y'all about to close in a month. Like, why are y'all still playing these games?
Yeah.
Just put the shit on sale. If you give us a good sale, you can close early.
Y'all not getting no more supply. It's gonna be the same shit.
No,
so get it done with early.
Exactly. They greedy. They trying to be greedy to the last minute. But yeah, I'm excited. It's gonna be a good summer. I think that's one of the reasons why I'm so excited for the warm weather and for the summer and stuff, because we're gonna have a good time. Yeah. But yeah, y'all, thank y'all so much for listening this week. If y'all have any fun summer plans, makeup recommendations, you want to drag DVD or Love is Blind, let us know. Feel free to comment. We love seeing y'all comment. Yes, especially on the YouTube channel. If you're not already subscribed to our YouTube, make sure you do that. And check out our Patreon at patreon.com/plannersandwine. We would love to have you.
Yes, that is the only way to gain access to our Discord. I know some people on our YouTube channel was like, how do I get the Discord link? Patreon.
Yep. And Patreon makes it super easy too, because if you connect your Discord account to Patreon, when you join that tier, it'll automatically put you in our Discord. So it's super
automatically
easy. Super, super easy. But yeah, y'all, thank y'all so much for listening. Myra, did you have anything else for the peeps?
No, I'm really excited. We are wrapping up Q1. I was gonna say something shady, but no, nothing.
Same. I had a moment earlier where I was about to say something shady, and I was like, I'll save it. I'll let Myra know.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.